Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the new revision session series on Botany Insider, and today we'll be discussing the topic of mineral nutrition. Okay, let's wait for the students to join in and then we'll begin with our class. It is an important topic, but बहुत सारे students इस topic को skip out कर देते हैं. So I've tried to take up this topic in the revision session. So make sure that you're there till the end of the class and revising the complete concept. Okay, let's wait for everyone to join in. Good evening, all the students joining in. So let's begin with our class now, right? So today we'll be discussing about the mineral nutrition. That's a very good number. We have 7 students in the class. If you're new to Botany Insider, make sure you do not forget to hit the subscribe button. In addition, we have our own application. We have our own website. You can download the application from the Android as well as from the App Store. In addition, just write www.botanyinsider.com on Google. You'll be able to visit our website as well, right? Talking about our courses first, so we have a crash course and a practice course running for you all for revising for the June 2023 examination. The examination is round the corner. Make sure that you all revise, make sure that you all are preparing with the best of your ability. Okay, we have revision booklets and the PYQ pointers that would help you out during these last days, specifically for revising the content in the best manner. So make sure that you are taking a note of this as well. We also have a number of other courses. Crash course is also there. We have mock test. Make sure you go for the mock test on daily basis, because now the exam is closed and you have to revise it. Okay, now let's understand about what is the major concept, or what are the major things that you have to remember in your mineral nutrition topic. First thing, majority of the students skip this, but I'm telling you, please do not skip this topic. At least have some basic information regarding the same. Okay, so first we'll be understanding about what minerals are all about, what are the basic criteria depending upon which we can call any particular mineral as essential or as non-essential. Because अगर हमें किसी particular चीज़ को essential या non-essential classify करना है, so what is the major criteria behind the same, we have to understand that. Okay, so let's look into the same thing. Yeah, so what are minerals all about? So minerals are the naturally occurring inorganic salts with a definitive chemical composition and ordered atomic arrangement. Okay, एक chemical composition definite होगा और एक ordered atomic arrangement होगा. उस particular naturally occurring inorganic salt को हम minerals का नाम देंगे. Okay, what is it essential for, or what is the major functionality that the minerals perform? So minerals का major काम metabolism, growth and development के अंदर आता है. Good evening खुशी. So let's talk about the essential and the non-essential criterias. Like what is the major criteria for calling any specific element as essential and any specific element as non-essential? So there are 2 major criterias. So according to the scientists, first one is plant will not be able to cover its life cycle in the absence of the particular element. अगर एक element की वजह से, like if there's an element and the plant is not able to complete its life cycle in the absence of that, then that particular element will be called as an essential element. Okay, Second is if the element forms the part of a molecule that is very very essential, जैसे कि सोडियम एंड मैग्नीशियम जो है वो क्लोरोफिल और प्रोटीन्स के अंदर अवेलेबल होते हैं. सो दैट एंड क्लोरोफिल इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. व्हाई? बिकॉज it is helping out in your photosynthesis, जो major, which is the main primary role of the plant to perform, right? So that is the reason why sodium and magnesium are essential in nature, because chlorophyll के बिना plant अपनी life cycle complete नहीं कर सकता first, and plant की बहुत essential component को वो सोडियम एंड पोटेशियम हेल्प कर रहे हैं, सोडियम एंड मैग्नीशियम हेल्प कर रहे हैं बनाने में. सो देयर आर टू मेजर क्राइटेरियाज. फर्स्ट, प्लांट कैन नॉट कंप्लीट इट्स लाइफ साइकिल. सेकेंड, it is forming a very very important part, then it would be called as essential. Okay, so example is sodium and magnesium, right? Out of the complete pool of the elements that we have, there are 17 in total elements that are essential in nature. What are these? First one is carbon, then you have hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium, iron, manganese, and all of these are written in the slide. So from this particular slide you can take up the major essentiality, and this has been asked in the examination once, if I remember. In the ICAR also this question has been asked, so remember about this thing as well, that major या फिर मेजर क्राइटेरिया क्या है किसी पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट को असेंशियल बोलने का, एंड इट हैव टू फुलफिल बोथ द क्राइटेरियाज. रिमेंबर अबाउट दिस. इफ इट इज नॉट फुलफिलिंग एनी ऑफ द वन ऑल्सो, इट विल नॉट बी कंसिडर्ड असेंशियल. ओके, फर्स्ट इट कैन नॉट कंप्लीट इट्स लाइफ साइकिल, एंड सेकेंड इट विल बी forming a very very important part of the plant's component. Okay, so I hope till here everything is clear. Good evening Priya, sorry. Now let's understand about this. I hope it's visible. So one thing is macronutrients, then you have micronutrients, and then we have the unclassified nutrients. What is the meaning of each one of them? So macronutrients का मतलब क्या है? The ones that exceed or that are present in more concentration, or they are in the when we look into the dry weight 0.1 to 10 mg per gram. Then you have micronutrients present in less micromolar per kilogram in the tissue concentration, or they are equal to or less than 0.1 micrograms or mg per gram of the dry weight. And unclassified कौन से होते हैं? They are the ones that are required for some plants in trace amount and have some specific function. मतलब कुछ minerals ऐसे होते हैं which do not get classified into any of the categories, neither macro nor micro. They are just kept under unclassified group, where they are required in very less amount first, and second they are performing very very specific and special function. Voice is very low. Is it the same for everyone or just Madhusmita? How is the voice very low?
Now check, is the voice clear, everyone? Is the voice proper now? From my end it's working fine. Just let me know if it's working okay for you also or not. Now clear. Okay. It's low. What's the problem? Now it's okay. Okay, let's continue. I have to cover up this topic in today's class itself. Okay, so we have the macronutrients. In the macronutrients you have the various classes, you have the various examples like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and all of them. You have micronutrients in which you again have various nutrients present. Then you have the unclassified one. So in the unclassified one, you have sodium, cobalt, silicon, selenium, etc. Okay, remember about this particular thing, very very important. Okay, let's move forward. So now look over here as well, you can remember about this particular information also. So macronutrients, they are required in large amount by the plants. Micronutrients are required in very very small amount by the plants, and tracer elements are the ones that are either radioactive or they are very heavy isotopes which are used to trace out some of the metabolic pathways. Okay, so we have various example of the tracer elements also. Remember about this is repeated. So I guess this particular thing is clear to you, and if this is clear, then we can switch over to our table part, where you can keep a note of all the diseases, where you can keep a note of all the functionalities and also the nutrients. Okay, so here we have the various minerals, then you have the role and function, and then you have the deficiency syndrome also, or the deficiency symptoms also. Okay, so first one is nitrogen. So nitrogen falls in the category of what? Nitrogen falls in the category of your uh, macronutrients, which is required in large amounts. So we can say that it is required in the maximum amount by the plant. They are needed by all the plants, specifically or especially by the metabolically active plants. What are metabolically active plants? So those plants that are in their either the very exponential growth phase, first, second, they might be reproducing, third, they might be flowering. Okay, they are the major part of what? Nitrogen is the major part of vitamins, then you have proteins, then you have hormones, then you have coenzymes, and it this particular thing need to be here. Okay, reproduction. Okay, then deficiency syndrome, older leaves gets affected first. Plant growth gets stunted if the nitrogen deficiency is there in the plant, and then it can cause yellow sclerosis. Okay. Second one is your phosphorus. So phosphorus is the constituent of what? It is the constituent of your cell membrane, nucleic acid, and some proteins required for all the phosphorylated reactions, and they're needed in large amount where? In the root tips, in the buds, leaves, and the meristematic tissues, right? They causes premature leaf fall, dead necrotic area develops on the fruits. If you have seen the fruits with various, like sometimes you see very brown spots on the leaf, so if on the leaf or on any fruit, so that is because of the deficiency of phosphorus in that particular plant. Okay, third one is your sulfur. So sulfur is the constituent of your amino acid, that is cysteine and methionine. Remember about this, that cysteine and methionine are the only two amino acids that contain sulfur in them. So disulfide linkage stabilizes the protein structure, and they are the constituents of coenzymes and the vitamins, right? Then you have the deficiency syndromes. So
Deficiency syndrome, first one is chlorosis, second one is the young leaves get affected first, then tip or the margin of the leaf roll outside, stem becomes hard due to the formation or the due to the development of your sclerenchyma. Okay, so these three are your macronutrients. Go through each one of them quickly, then I'll proceed further with the next slide. All these things are very very important. I am repeating the same thing again, but majority of the students like this skip this complete topic because they feel like कि ये mugging up वाला portion है. But please make sure that if you put in some of your efforts over here, you'll be able to easily like score 2 to 3 questions in it. Okay, quickly check if it's clear or not. Yes, clear everyone. Should we move forward? Remember all the deficiency symptoms, remember all the functions. It would help you out in the examination. Okay. Okay, let's move forward now. Now let's understand about the further ones. Then you have calcium, magnesium and potassium. So in the calcium, the major role that the calcium play is in the middle lamella, and then in the rings of the chlorophyll as well. In the mitotic spindle formation, it helps in the activation of various enzyme, cell membrane formation, regulate the various metabolic activities as well. Okay. Then chlorosis along the margin of the young leaves would be seen, malfunctioning or the malformation of the younger leaves, and disintegration of the growing meristematic region would be there if there occurs deficiency in the calcium concentration. Then for the magnesium, DNA and RNA synthesis, the major role, it helps to maintain the ribosome structure, most important constituent of the chlorophyll. Okay, so older leaves gets affected first, very mobile, can get easily transported from young to the from old to the young leaves. Then you have potassium, important for the respiration and photosynthesis, for osmotic potential balance, for the stomatal movement, cell wall synthesis during the cell division. Okay, so if there occurs deficiency of potassium, it can lead to molted chlorosis, plant growth gets stunted, there occurs short internodes, necrotic areas at the tip and the margin of the leaf which curves downward. Okay, so all these are regarding the calcium, magnesium and potassium. Again, very very important, remember about these. Take your time, read all these things, then we move forward. Madhu, I'm not able to understand what you have written. Please write down in full forms. I am bit bad with short forms. Okay, YouTube lectures are super. Join in our crash courses and full courses. Over there also we study in the similar manner, in a more elaborative manner. There are various students over here who are from the batches. You can ask them also. We have Niharika, Khushi. Many students are there who are there in our full course, crash course. Okay, let's move forward now. Now we have, okay, we have done for nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, for calcium and magnesium also. Yeah, we have done for all of these. Now look over here, talking about the deficiency diseases. So you have chlorosis, like all of these are very prominent or repeatedly asked diseases in the examination. Okay, that's the reason why I have added this. So you have chlorosis, then you have necrosis, then you have stunted plant growth, then you have premature falling of leaves and the buds, and last one is inhibition of the cell division. So first one is your deficiency disease. So in the deficiency disease of your chlorosis, there is loss of chlorophyll, that is leading to the yellowing of the leaves. Okay, and which are the deficiency elements that are most prominent, like if the deficiency of any of these occurs, the very first effect that the plant would be showing is your chlorosis. Okay, or we can say the yellowing of our leaves. Then second is necrosis. So necrosis is what? It is the death of the tissue. And which are the deficiency elements regarding the same? So you have calcium, magnesium, copper, potassium, right? Stunted growth, that means lesser or suppressed growth of the plant. That means less height of the plant is there. It is because of iron and potassium. Then you have premature falling of the leaf and the buds. So which are the deficiency elements? Phosphorus, magnesium and copper. And then you have inhibition of the cell division. So it leads to, or what is the reason for that? Less elongation of stem would be seen over here, and low levels of N, K, S and MO would be there. Okay, so all these are the deficiency diseases. Then you have the various symptoms, and then you have the deficiency elements. Repeating the same thing again, do not skip this topic for the examination. Please make sure that you are keeping a note of it, because एग्जाम में बहुत बार रिपीट होता है. फर्स्ट सेकेंड बहुत स्कोरिंग पार्ट है, थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा याद रखने में, बट एग्जाम में आएगा. ओके Clear everyone till here? Just check, go through it. Any doubt, any problem you can ask. Okay, I've taken up only few of the nutrients. There are lot of others also, so make sure that you are keeping a note of them as well and preparing accordingly. Okay. Do let me know in the chat section as and when it's done. Done? Very good. So this was about for today's class. Please suggest few other topics which you all wish to study in the session. I'll plan the classes accordingly. So suggest the topics for the revision sessions. I am taking up the topics from my end, but if you have any specific other topic which you wish to study, so you can let me know about it, and I will plan the class according to your requirement. Okay, because the exam is close, you might be finding any difficulty in number of topics, so you can let me know quickly, and then we'll have the classes accordingly. Okay. Yes, any specific topic you wish to study in the sessions? Otherwise, I'll take the topics from my end and get the classes done for you all. Quickly. Stress physiology, okay. We'll take it up. Any other topic? Flowering model I have taken up 3 to 4 times. Anurag, I have taken it so many times. ABCE model I have like with the questions also, topic also I have discussed it many times. Topic of immunology, okay. Okay. Photosensory biology, okay. About the phytochrome, cryptochrome, okay. You'll ask me for the complete syllabus, I guess. Photosensory, phloem translocation. Khushi, there's a complete video on YouTube regarding phloem translocation. Okay, so I've taken up all these topics I have written down in my notebook also. Let's plan the classes accordingly and then we'll have the classes for the same. Okay, but you have to give me a day or two for preparing presentations. Okay, I can't take it just tomorrow, so within a day or two we'll have all these topics discussed one by one. Okay, for flowering model there's a video already. Anurag, check that. Okay, Khushi, transport through organelle. Okay, so let me make a list of all these and then I'll plan the classes accordingly. Okay, so this was about for today's class. Thank you for joining in, and those of you who wish to see these classes in a more structured manner, make sure that you are joining in our courses as well. You can enroll in the courses. The prices of the courses are very minimal. I've kept it very affordable for you all, and you all can see the amount of the type of classes we have on daily basis. In the similar manner we have classes on YouTube as well, okay, on our courses as well, so you can join in there and prepare with us in structured and full manner. Okay, good luck everyone, take care, let's meet tomorrow now, bye.